Yes, people, welcome back to the Ram Stand and welcome to the Liverpool versus Real Madrid preview. Going to be live at 8 o'clock tonight. So looking forward to the game. Looking forward to the game. It's going to be an interesting game to watch. Obviously, a couple of former Liverpool representatives coming back to Liverpool. The manager Xabi Alonso will be returning, and as the title says, El Rata will be coming back, as a lot of Liverpool fans like to call him. Trent will be back to rejoin his Liverpool former teammates. But obviously, before we get into anything, first things first, got to keep it consistent and housekeeping as always. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 500 subscribers. If you could do that, that would be very much appreciated. I can see a couple of people in the chat already. Big up Fozzy. Glad you have your own channel. Yep, I do have my own channel and I'll be doing a lot more consistent stuff. I did promise you guys it will be more consistent, so I will be giving out more content as much as possible. Big ups, big ups, slot out Trent the Rat. Yep, he is back in Liverpool. Big up Ume. The mural, yeah, I saw the pictures of that. That's why I've got the title, El Rata. If anyone that's watched the Batman would recognize that El Rata obviously does not mean the rat. First things first, if you're gonna demolish a mural, or if you're gonna vandalize a mural, at least get your grammar right before before you put anything in. Should be la, not L, but that's by the by. Sammy, obviously a Real Madrid fan, saying that Angel Trent is such a great human being. That's your opinion, bro. That's your opinion. Obviously, he's a Madridista, so you're gonna say something like that. Big up yards as well. Ram mod me so I could time out Sammy. Yo, yeah. Less of that, Sammy. We're at a Liverpool channel. You're in Liverpool grounds, man. You're Liverpool grounds. Big up John Conway and big up. I am going to butcher your name. I'm so sorry, Lethabo. If I'm saying it right, I don't know if that's your name, but big up yourself. But yeah, we'll get into it. So obviously, big game tonight. Liverpool versus Madrid, arguably the best team in Europe so far. Currently top of La Liga, dominating La Liga very well. They had a very convincing victory uh, against their close rivals, Barcelona. A very good 2-1 victory. Two very good teams. A very good and interesting watch as well. The manager Xabi Alonso was struggling a little bit. Sorry about that. Was struggling a little bit at the very start. Struggled to get his right team, trying to find the right way of playing to get the best out of his players. But so far, so good for Real Madrid. If I'm not mistaken, they are first in La Liga, quite a couple of points ahead of Barcelona. Yeah, 5 points behind Barcelona. Only lost one game this entire season as well, which is crazy to think. And that game was quite memorable. That game against Atletico Madrid, that 5-2 defeat, which no one, and I mean no one, expected that to happen, given the fact that Atletico lost 3-2 to us as well. So it will be an interesting one. Very interesting one. This game will suit Viets. Yeah, we'll get onto the players as well. I think there'll be a couple of players that should be starting this game. I think certain players um, need to get their confidence up as well. So I'll get into that. Carreras is one to watch. We sold him to Benfica. Madrid brought him. Yes, I believe they bought him this season. He from Benfica. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Carreras. He was linked back to a move to Man United. I don't know if you guys had a buyback clause for him, but he is a very good player, very talented Spanish left back as well. So obviously filling in the boots of Alex Grimaldo, who done very well at his time at Benfica, giving him that move to Leverkusen. But yeah, he is a very good player from what I've heard about him. People talking about Anfield like we're playing Malaga away is crazy, bro. I haven't heard anyone in the Liverpool fan base or anyone from England saying that this will be an easy game for Real Madrid. I obviously have Real Madrid have a very good record against us. The last outing that Madrid had to Anfield, we all remember there was a 2-0 victory. Mbappe getting slide tackled by Conor Bradley, Mbappe missing a penalty, and McAllister and Gakpo getting the goals in that game. So, look, our record overall against Madrid is not very good. I think in our last 5 meetings, you probably won 4 and lost one. So good record against us is very, very good. So I don't doubt that I don't doubt that people are saying Madrid could beat us. The records say otherwise, but we'll wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, there's 10 people in the chat. I appreciate all of you being here. It was a bit of a last minute stream. If you haven't already, please like the video. Get this out there on your socials as well. And get the likes up. It'll help build the algorithm. More people will come and watch it, even if it's in the replay. So please do like the stream. So first things first, I'm going to go for a couple of quotes from the press conference of Arne Slot. I think I'm not a massive fan of going through press conferences, but given the fact that he has said a lot of wild stuff this season, I'm going to go straight into it. So first things first, I'm going to go is talk about Ryan Gravenberch, who for me has arguably been one of the best sixes in the league. I think people talk about Caicedo, talk about Rice, Zubimendi, but Gravenberch has been just as important, influential, and as a quality player, arguably the best six in the Premier League. So Slot has come out and said, for me, he is important. He came here and gave me the chance to become a starter, gave me a lot of confidence and the chance to show myself again. So I'm really happy. So apologies. It was actually a quote from Gravenberch instead of Slot. But like he said, was a bit part player for Jurgen Klopp, mainly utilized as an 8 who would like to maraud up and down the pitch, a bit of a ball carrier. But under Slot, and one of the things that we give credit to Slot, even though there's been a lot of criticism on him, the re-emergence of Ryan Gravenberch in this team, and obviously as a player as well, has been incredible. And that mainly is down to Arne Slot, playing him as a number 6, being able to control games, dominate the midfield. These are stuff that Ryan Gravenberch has been doing, and that's mainly down to Arne Slot. Even though I've been very critical about Arne Slot and the way he's playing football, the one thing I can't fault him for is the utilization of Ryan Gravenberch. He has become one of the best midfielders in the world because of the way that he's utilized for Arne Slot. Big up. You are saying, yep, that is your midfielder. You have talked about him from day dot. Ryan Gravenberch has been talked about as one of the best, as a generational talent back when he was at Ajax. So you know how it is, man. You know how it is. Obviously, Sammy here saying it's the kids. They aren't old enough to remember 2009. Yeah, that was probably before last season. The last time Liverpool beat Real Madrid was in 2009, I believe. I think Steven Gerrard scored. I think 2 goals in that game. So yeah, it is a big one. But obviously, because it's a video, I can't really show it. I'm going to be a little bit skeptical about showing the video, but obviously you guys can see Liverpool, obviously Xabi Alonso and Trent Alexander-Arnold are back at Liverpool for the first time. Obviously Alonso for the first time since last season, and the same for Trent. One thing I'll give major credit to the both of them. Obviously Alonso being well known in the Liverpool fan base and knowing the culture of Liverpool, the importance of playing for Liverpool as well. One thing I'll give respect to Real Madrid and its players is the fact that the first thing they did was pay their respects on behalf of Real Madrid to Diogo Jota. Now, obviously, if I go back a little bit, you can see Trent obviously giving his bouquet of flowers to Diogo Jota. Now, regardless of what people think about him, regardless of what people think about him as a Liverpool player, the way he left and everything like that, I can't fault him as a human being. Him and Jota were particularly close. I know multiple times they did some FIFA streams for Liverpool in the Liverpool content press. So they were relatively close. And the first thing I would give to Real Madrid and its supporters have been massive respect. Massive respect. I think it's Xabi Alonso, as you can see, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Dean Huijsen, and Emilio Butragueño were the people that play in their respects. Obviously, Butragueño being a representative of Real Madrid. But it is going to be an emotional game. I think every game is going to be very emotional. I think it's going to be emotional for for Trent as well. It's going to be the first time he's back at Anfield since last season. Obviously, the fiasco of what happened, the fact that he left the way he did, many supporters weren't very happy about it. For me, at the time when he was doing the shenanigans, well, he wasn't doing any shenanigans, but he wasn't talking about the move to Real Madrid. I was like, look, if you want to leave, leave, but at least tell the fans and stop stringing us along. That was my main issue. The fact that it was still quiet, nothing was happening. There was so much news and media cries from the Madrid fans. Madrid, like people like Madrid Zone, Madrid Extra, a lot of Madridista, Marca, who's a very well-known Spanish outlet. They were all saying a lot of rumors about Trent going to Real Madrid, especially when we lose and in such really awkward timings for the club. My main gripe was Trent was, look, I have no issue with you moving to Real Madrid. Look, if you want to do what you got to do, you can go. But please don't make it messy. Don't make it long for everybody. Make a decision. Say that you're going to leave. And once you said that, leave. That's it. I think the main issue is that we didn't know. There were a lot of like messages, mixed messages that people interpreted differently. Like the Leicester game where he hung the Liverpool shirt on the corner flag and looked at it, like stuff like that. We just didn't know what was going on. And the fact that Trent in the end was like, I'm going to leave the way that he did, I think it would have been easier for everybody if it was like the come of March, April time, Trent says, I thank you for the memories. I appreciate everything that I've done for Liverpool. I appreciate what the club's done for me and what the supporters have given me for the last decade that I've been here. But I would like to leave Liverpool. If he said this in March or in April, or maybe after the Carabao Cup final or something like that, when the league was wrapped up, league was basically wrapped up by then. It would have been a different scenario. It would have been completely different. Maybe I would like to get your thoughts. So people in the chat, obviously there's 11 people in the chat. I would like to get your thoughts. Do you think I'm being a bit like, I'm being extra? I'm being too critical of Trent, as in at the end of the day, it's his choice. He could do whatever he wants. But for me, right, as a fan, I prefer the openness. I prefer players being like, look, if I want to leave, I'll tell the fans that I'll leave and I'll give my all to the end of the season. I have no problem with that. My main problem was the fact that he strung us along. There's so many rumors coming out from multiple outlets. And the longer it got on, the worse everything was getting. The toxicity was building and building and building. And then when he made his statement, being like, I'm going to leave, that's when everything went to a boiling point. The toxicity was already quite big. Like you saw what happened against Arsenal. When he came on for Arsenal, all you could hear was a chorus of boos, and it had to take people like Jurgen Klopp to tell everyone to stop booing him. Like that's the main issue for me, man. Yards obviously not being too happy about Trent leaving, saying it means more and that. Yeah, he did. He was one of the main people that were like, it means more. Liverpool is my club. I'm like, cool. If Liverpool's your club, then you would have given us the decency of just telling us either earlier in the season or at the start of the season, being like, this will be my final season at Liverpool and I'll give my all and I'll do my best. And then some of the performances as well, adding to it, like the Man United performance where he was just non-existent defensively, it's just, it don't look good on him. It don't look good on him. And I'm not one of the fans that would be like, you have to stay at Liverpool. Liverpool is the ultimate, is the creme de la creme. Well, I do believe Liverpool's the creme de la creme of football, well, English football, so to speak. I have no issue with the Real Madrid move. If you want to experience different things, go to a different country, play for one of the biggest teams in the world, if not the biggest team in the world, go and do your thing. Go and do your thing. But that's by the by. That's my thoughts on the Trent situation. But like I said, obviously going back to it, massive respect to Trent, massive respect to Dean Hoyson, Xabi Alonso for what they did and everything, and they're paying their respects as well. and Butragueño's there as well. So massive, massive respect on them. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to get up to the lineup. So I'll quickly share my screen again if I can. There we go. So lineup, people. Obviously, things won't change in terms of that. In terms of the lineup, I don't think. Obviously, people in the chat being big up Ram, big up LFC. Obviously, Yard's giving his part. I'm not bothered about Trent, to be honest. It's done now. He's gone. What's done is done. We keep it moving. Bro, that's the thing. That's the thing. People holding on to stuff I don't get. He's no longer a Liverpool player. We have other Liverpool players that we can support. We can galvanize. We could do whatever. He's gone. He's no longer a Liverpool player. We have to move on. We have to move on. 50 people in the chat, big up your damn selves if you're in. And if you're watching the replay, and if you are in the chat, please do like the stream. Like the stream, get the likes up. I'm gonna have a chat. I'm gonna have a quick look at how many likes there are on this stream. There's 14 likes, people. 14 likes, but I want it to be 15. I want 100% conversion rate, people. I want Erling Haaland settings. If you haven't liked the stream, like the stream. Get this shared out on the socials. We could get more people onto this channel. I'm starting to create content again, people. So if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to the stream. So first things first, what I'm going to do, goalkeeper, Alisson. I think Arsenal has confirmed on Alisson and Jeremy Frimpong are still out. So Mamadashvili will automatically go in as the starting keeper. And in right back, it will be Connor Bradley. I will want to get this ad out the way every single time it keeps doing this. In centre back, it will be Ibu Konate, who has been linked with Real Madrid for the past season, which is going to be an interesting game for him. Whether he'll perform to the levels expected will be interesting. This will be a bit of a weird one for everybody, but I'm actually going to go for Milos Kerkez. Now, people will be thinking, why? Why do you want to go for Kerkez? You wanted Robertson in the last game. I did Robertson in the last game. But for me, European competition, I think Kerkez in the Champions League will be highly useful. Obviously, different styles. But I'm looking at the Manchester City game and thinking, if Robertson played well against Aston Villa, I'd rather save him for Manchester City than play him in the Champions League and risk any aggravated injuries. So I'd rather see someone like Kerkez come into this game. Because Robertson slotting into that 3-back system whenever we need to against Erling Haaland is just going to be. I'd rather want him fully fit for that game. So that's my opinion, people. I know you'll be thinking, Ram, you're crazy, but those are my thoughts on that matter. I want your thoughts as well. Do you think I'm being crazy? Do you think Milos Kerkez should start? Next in DM, or Sammy here saying, like, I would love to see Rodrigo versus the Kerkez brother, but Alonso won't go that attacker. You never know with Alonso, man. You never know. You never know. In midfield, I've gone for Gravenberch in centre midfield, and instead of it's partnering him will be Dominic Szoboszlai. Now, for me, Dominic Szoboszlai has been Liverpool's best player this season by a country mile. I don't think anyone comes close to him. I think he's a kind of player that's driven us forward, been our best outlet, both going defensively and going forward. I think it's really been unspoken how good he's been. I think he's been arguably one of the best players this season in general. And for a poor Liverpool team, and even when we're playing well, he was still showing up. Remember the Arsenal game when he played right back? He's been absolutely fantastic. Big up fake pundit. Big up your damn self. So there's that. I'd rather play a middle two of Dominic Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch. Now at right wing, it's got to be Mo Salah. Obviously coming off a goal and assist against Aston Villa. a wonderful performance in general as well from the Egyptian, and Cody Gakpo on that left hand side, because personally for me, I don't think we have anybody else. So that's probably our only option. And then in the 10, it will be Florian Wirtz. I would preferably start Wirtz in this game. Again, Champions League football. Every time he's played in the Champions League, he's looked very, very good. So I'd want him to start in this game. He didn't play against Aston Villa, only came on as a sub. So that's preferably for me. I'll play those two. And then up front, because Isak is injured, it will have to be Hugo Ekitike. It will have to be the big Frenchman up front to partner Wirtz. And I know a lot of people have been saying Wirtz and Ekitike don't work. They occupy the same areas. It's just there's no synergy between them. Good players will know how to play with good players. And no one was saying this at the start of the season when we were playing against Crystal Palace when we were going forward. They play so well together. And plus, they both played with each other against Frankfurt, and it looks all right. So for me, I think we can do this against Real Madrid with this lineup. I think Wirtz and Ekitike together can play together. They are both good players. I hope Chiesa starts. I hope so as well, but I don't see him starting anytime soon. Not for any competitive games. You know what I mean? It's just something about Chiesa doesn't suit what Slot wants. And if Slot don't want it, then nah, he won't play it. He won't play them. Slot should start Rio for the culture. We need to witness the Trentian tapes in real time. That's also something I want to speak about. There's a lot of rumors going around about Rio, and there was video evidence of Rio spinning up and twisting and turning a certain defender. And the rumors were it was apparently Trent. Now, if you're talking about the bitter side of me, the guy that just likes to banter a lot, I would play Rio up against Trent and see what won and see what it's about. See whether the tapes were real. You know what I mean? Because we all know how skillful Rio is. We all know how direct he can be again, and we know how Trent is defensively, how susceptible he is defensively. So if we don't have Gakpo in this game, I'm all for Rio going up against Trent. We need to see if the tapes are real. We need to see if the tapes are real. Rio would cook Trent up, bro. We know what he's about. We've seen Rio up against Newcastle. We saw him in preseason against Milan. We saw him this season in general, and he was cooking up people. He knows how to dribble. He's a very strong runner with the ball, very skillful, very hard to get off the ball as well, unless you're going to foul him. So he's got that little bit of a Jack Grealish to him, likes to win a lot of fouls. So I'm all for it, man. I'm all for seeing Trent up against Rio. And plus, to a lot of Liverpool fans that don't really like Trent, it'll be funny to see Rio cook him up at Anfield as well. And it would be a very pleasant sight. But knowing Slot, he will play this lineup. I think this will be the lineup that he will go with. Am I too angry about it? Not really. Preferably for me, if I was going to go with a lineup like that, I'll probably take out Wirtz and put in McAllister, because we saw what happened against Aston Villa. And maybe if I was me and if we didn't look at the Man City game, I'll put in Robertson instead of Kirk as well. So there's a lot of things like I could change, but knowing Slot and knowing what he said in the conference, I'm more inclined to think that he's going to have this lineup for me. Got a bright future. Happy he's ours. Yeah, and we're talking about Rio, of course. Yeah, he's got a very, very bright future. And one thing as well, for England as well, he'll be very, very handy. Imagine having Saka on the right, Rio on the left, and hopefully we have a top-class striker in the middle, because I don't see Harry Kane staying like this until he's like 38. So there is that. Wirtz could go left. He could go left wing. We could see something like this. If I move people around, let me take out Gakpo and put in McAllister. We could see something like this, where you see Szoboszlai go here, McAllister here, Szoboszlai. Something like this could happen. Am I a massive fan of it? Not really. To be fair, if we're playing that, I'd rather see something like this than play Soboslai left wing and Verts in the middle, like they do for Hungary. Kerkez and Soboslai linking up together, like they play for Hungary. I'd like to see something like that. But for me, if we're talking about balance and what Slot would do, I don't see Slot doing that at all. I think we saw Wirtz at left wing um, against Galatasaray, so I'm not entirely sure, but possibly could drop into the left attacking midfield positions. Yeah, he could do that. He could. It could be a little bit of a narrow midfield attacking three, and then you have Connor Bradley in overlapping and Kirkers overlapping. But let's be honest, it will be something like this. It will be something like this. Soboslai here, Wirtz here, and Kirkers here. It will be something like this. Gravenberg will be here, McAllister will be here, and we're just left with Virgil and Konate in the back two. We all know what it's going to be like. We know, as Matt likes to call him, Connor Invert Bradley in the team. We know what he's about. So, personally, for me, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. I can't refresh. I have to do this manually. Flipping hell. There we are. Go like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that. There we are. There we go. I want your thoughts on this lineup, people. What do you think of this lineup? Obviously, not my preferred lineup. I'll put McAllister here, Wirtz there, and then I'll put Gakpo in the middle. What's your thoughts? Do you think this lineup can work? Do you think it's possible? Because again, this is not my personal lineup, but this is what I think Arne Slot would do. Hopefully not. I hope it's not, but knowing Arne Slot, he will be doing something like that. Fake Punter here saying he'd rather see Robbo. Same as well. I'd rather put Robbo at left back, having seen what he did against Aston Villa. But knowing the way that Arne Slot was talking about Manchester City, I highly doubt that we see Robbo play this game. I just don't think so. The left-hand side is looking dead. It certainly does. That left-hand side looks very, very stinky. Very, very stinky. But it's what Arne Slot believes in. It's what he believes in. And you know what they say, you got to trust the manager. You got to trust the manager in these ones. So we'll have to wait and see. Lastly, before we head out, because I'm a bit wary that Arsenal playing in the next 20 minutes. Score predictions. Liverpool currently sitting in the Champions League. If I get the CL table up, having 2 wins and 1 loss, we currently sit 10th in the Champions League table. Obviously, going from last season's Champions League table standings, first place doesn't mean anything. You can still get someone like PSG in the next round. So ideally, just get top 8, and I'll be very, very happy. But predictions for me personally, I don't see us winning the game. The way that Madrid play, the kind of players that they got. I was going to say Yamal. Sorry, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinny, Bellingham. They even got Huijsen. Trent is there. Tchouaméni, Valverde. They just got so many good players, man. They just got so many good players. I just don't see us winning. I seriously don't. So I'm gonna go for a Desmond 2-2. A Desmond 2-2 draw at home against Real Madrid. Sammy here saying 2-2 as well. Fake Pundit here saying 1-1. I hear it. I think it'll be a little bit more goals there. Umar saying 3-1 Madrid. Fair play, 3-1 Madrid. Away win for Real Madrid. I can't see it. The lineup is fine as long as Slot fixes our defensive shape. We should be good, with the exception of a few occasions. I like the way we play and try to work the ball about and try to break down teams. I can see what Slot is trying to do attacking wise. It just hasn't fully clicked yet. From him, it was a 2-2 or 3-3 draw. 3-3 draw. That would be a very, very entertaining game. I don't think it'll be that entertaining. I think there'll be a couple of decisive moments, a bit of individual brilliance in this game. But for me, I don't see it happening. I'm only saying I can see what Slot trying to do. Honestly, I don't see what he's trying to do with the players that we've got. It just don't. I don't think it works at all. The players that we got and the way that we're trying to play, it just don't work for his style of play. It really don't. It really, really don't. Hope we smoke them with a great performance 4-0, but it's me dreaming. Fair play, man. All that we have is to dream, man. To hope, to pray, to wish. Sometimes that's all you have, and that's all that you need. Like as a Liverpool fan, sometimes hopes and dreams are the only thing that you have. The only thing that you have. Growing pains, man. Yeah, man. It's pains. It's just pain and it just keeps on growing, man. It is just hard to watch. Hard to watch. But I do see us putting a decent performance. And look, I'm gonna give my respect to Madrid. They are first in the league for a reason. They beat the biggest rivals, Barcelona, for a reason. They have got quality players. They've got elite mentality. It's just the quality of players that they got, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. One of the best squads in Europe, man, and I'll say that for a fact. I don't see any patterns in our attacking play, and they all seem to be doing their own thing. That is true to say, man. A lot of the goals that we scored has been relied on individual brilliance, and we've criticized Manchester United for so many years for relying on individual brilliance. We have to keep the same energy. If we are relying on players to produce something out of nothing, then why can't we say it's individual brilliance is bailing us out? Like, you have to keep it consistent, man. We can't be hypocritical for one team and can't be doing the same for the other. Clive Telsley is on commentary for CBS2. GOAT. That's a GOAT right there. If anyone knows about Clive Telsley, UCL Champions League commentary, well, if you're watching on CBS, you'll get to know one of the greatest ever commentators. One of the greatest ever commentators. Slot is killing our dreams, though. Fair play, man. Fair play. Really been shit for a while now. Don't go cook us tonight, bro. Yeah, I heard Vinny hasn't been playing that well this season. He is gonna. I haven't seen him. I saw him against Real Madrid. He didn't look that particularly good against Kunde. But you never know, man. He loves playing against us. He loves playing against us, man. And remember the game again with that 5-2 defeat. He could just produce something out of nothing, like a quick little turn and inside quick finish into the bottom corner, easy goal. That's what he's about, man. That's the best Vinny that you can have. The skillful Vinny, the sharpshooter Vinny, the dangerous Vinny, man. He just turns up against Liverpool, man. He turned up when people called him a fraud. When people even called him a fraud, he scored 2 goals against us. Like, bro, I hate the sight of him, man. I just don't want to see him. And he didn't play last season. And we're lucky he didn't play last season. Vinny, yeah, like you said, Vinny been shit for a while. Vinny turns up against Liverpool. Yeah, he does, man. He really does. People worrying about that nanny reach and Vinny, bro. Yo, you can't be saying that, Vinny. Vinny's Vinny, man. Vinny's Vinny. People forget how good this guy is. I will say he mainly reminded me of Robinho than it did Ronaldinho, as people get used to say. But bro, he's good, man. He's really good. Relying on Konate to keep Vinny quiet, yep, it's going to be a long day for Ibu if he's going to do that. Vinny with confidence is, bro, it seriously is. Vinny been better than Mbappe. Woo! I swear Mbappe is your top goal scorer this season, if I'm not mistaken. I swear your top goal scorer is Mbappe this season. Am I not? Am I bugging? I swear it is. I swear. Yeah, he's by far is by far your top goal scorer. He's got 13 goals and 11, man. Come on, man. Mbappe is Mbappe, man. You gotta respect the generational talent that is Kylian. Bro, Sammy, that's your own player, bro. That's your own player. They better be aware of our players if they turn up. Yeah, man. We've still got some great players, and one thing I'm looking forward to seeing is Soboslai against Gula. If anyone knows about Sobo and Gula, part 2, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be I hope both of them are starting, and I hope they get into a fight. It'll be jokes. It'll be jokes, man. Big up Barovian Cop Out. Big up Ram. Just found your channel, liked and subscribe. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it every day of the week, man. Really do. On the road to 500, 22 people in the chat. If you haven't already, like the stream. We're on 20 already. If we can get it to 22, love that 100% conversion rate, man. Really, really do, man. Vinny's clear. Yeah, obviously tongue in cheek, man. Remember, Robinho was a baller when he was at Madrid, man. Robinho was a baller. Mbappe on smoke recently. Yeah, man. He's been on smoke. He has been on smoke. You talk about the last 5 games. I hear it. But overall, Mbappe's been better this season. Yeah, 100%. 100%. He reminds me of Nani. What can Vinny do that Nani couldn't? Consistent. Be consistent, maybe, yards. I wasn't a fan of Nani, man. I wasn't a fan of Nani at all. But I think Vinny just got a little bit more to him. A little bit more. Don't get it twisted. I do like Vinny. Fair enough. Fair play. Bradley gonna take him out again, party. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Big up Clark Kent. Big up your damn self. And big up Gerson Wirtz will cook that Madrid defense tonight. I do hope so as well. I think you just joined Barovian. I did give my score prediction. I did say a 2-2 draw. Yeah, I'm relatively confident about us getting some goals, but that Madrid team, that Madrid attack is just too good, man. It's just too good. Well, people, it's 5:37. We've got about 5 to 10 minutes for the Arsenal game to start against Slavia Prague. Am I hoping for anything? No. But if they do drop points, I will be there. Obviously hit these last couple of comments. Big up yards. You see, this is why you need to serve Sammy out. Vini better than Robinho. Time him out, round. Big up Sammy. He's entitled to his opinions, man. He's entitled to his opinion. I just hope Anfield. I guarantee you for a fact Anfield will turn up. Champions League game under the lights Tuesday night against Real Madrid, the biggest team in Europe or the world, so to speak. They will turn up. Anfield will always turn up with these big games. I need Florian to return. Bro, I'd also need Florian to return as well. Clark Kent going for a 2-1 win to Liverpool. I do hope it's the case. I would love a 2-0. I'd love another clean sheet, but Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo, Bellingham, that Madrid team is stacked. Robbo going to do the passion. Bro. Don't disrespect Robbo like that. See, Sammy, this is where you're going a bit over the top. Don't disrespect Robbo like that. Robbo's still a very good left back. Like I said, he starts for half the team in the Premier League. Like, that's a very, very good backup left back. And 2-time Premier League winner. Remember that. Captain of Scotland as well. Remember that. Remember that. Don't go after Braveheart. Don't go after him, man. Liverpool and clean sheet don't go together. Well, last time it did. Last game against Villa, it worked well together. We got a nice little 2-0. We got a nice little 2-0 against Aston Villa, so it maybe did work out. You see what I mean about that? I hear it, man. I hear it. But people, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got the Arsenal game. I'm going to get the stream up ready. I don't think anyone's watching on Big Up, so yeah. I'll have a look at that. Obviously, going to be a little hate along there. If you haven't already, like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I'll be back. I will be back for the Liverpool Real Madrid review. I will hopefully be getting someone on the stream as well. Just need to figure out who I will get and if people are free. Like I said, if you haven't liked the stream, please do like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll be back. I'll be back after the Liverpool and Real Madrid match tonight. But big up everybody. Appreciate it. Like I said, one last time, like, comment, subscribe to the stream. And we are out, people. Peace.